Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to click that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. I would like to give a special thanks to Dade Kia for giving me time with the 2022 Kia EV6 first edition with all-wheel drive. If you guys are on the market for a Kia, you can go check out Dade Kia and ask for Tony or Cello. They will get you into a new or pre-owned vehicle. But let's talk about pricing here for the Kia EV6 first edition. Starting price is at $55,900 with the options and accessories. This one stickers for $59,855. But let's talk about the front styling here for this all-electric vehicle. Looking at the exterior styling here for the 2022 Kia EV6 first edition, this is the GT line with all-wheel drive. As you guys can see, my model is painted in this beautiful shade of urban yellow. It looks really good with the chrome and aluminum, also with the gloss black trim throughout the vehicle. But looking at the front styling here of the Kia EV6, I'm not a big fan of the EV6. It looks too futuristic for my taste, but of course, this is where the industry is going with electric vehicles. Looking at these headlights here, they're gonna come standard on all models of the EV6. There's an LED turn signal, automatic low and high beam. As you guys see there, multi-reflector with this LED daytime running light. There's no fog lights here on the first edition. I think Kia doesn't offer fog lights in general. It would have been nice if they did offer fog lights. The front lip splitter here does look very aggressive. That's front parking sensors. This also has their digital tiger nose grille with their front-facing camera. There's the new Kia logo here. It looks really nice. I like the color that they used for the new logo. But making our way to the side profile here, this has a 114.2-inch wheelbase with an overall length of 184.2. So it does have really good proportions here in the electric segment. Looking at these tires and wheels, I like the urban-like finish. These are a 255/45 cross-contact Continental tire. They're wrapped in this 20-inch rim design. I like the black, also with the chrome finish here. And the side fender does have this nice texture look to it, which is a black finish as well. And the A-pillar here does give it that floating roof design. The mirror here does have this LED sight marker. And up top, Kia does offer this large panoramic sunroof here, or moonroof. And the door handles here are very futuristic, just like a Tesla. It does basically retract into the actual door panel once the vehicle is locked. But making our way to the rear here of the EV6, press this area right here, and it does reveal the charging area because this is a full-on electric vehicle. Pulling this down here, this does show you the DC fast charging option. This uses their 800-volt architecture. Some electrified Americas do have that, but you have to kind of find it. It does show you that it does have a full charge here with these little indicators there. And you press this here, and it will close back the charging door, which is power operated. There's rear parking sensors. And unfortunately, there's no exhaust trim because this is a full-on electric vehicle. The third brake light lives down here. There's rear parking sensors. There's also the backup camera there. There's the Kia logo here, and there's the EV6 name, which is spelled out. And this right here is the full-on LED taillights, which is super futuristic. This area down here does have this aluminum-like trim here. Open up the cargo back here. This does have a power opening tailgate. Some models of the EV6 does come with a manual operating feature if you guys don't want to use the power operating mechanism there. But open up with this, it does reveal the onboard charger and also the tire mobile kit. You pull this handle here, as you guys can see, the seats are already folded. With the seats up, Kia says this has 23.5 cubic feet of space. Once you fold down the rear seats, it expands the cargo to 50.2. So it is very practical. I think it has around 9 to 10 more cubic feet of space compared to the Kia Stinger. After going over the exterior styling here of the Kia EV6 first edition, I do like this bright yellow exterior color. Most people will not like it, but to engage the remote start mode, as you guys can see, there's a very large key here. There's a lock remote start. Also, you can access the trunk, and there's a panic button. To engage the remote start, just lock the vehicle and hold this button down right here. Once you guys do that, the vehicle is already on because keep in mind, it is a full-on electric vehicle. And to move the vehicles, for example, if you're in a tight parking spot, by pressing this button right here, the vehicle will move, and it does have sensors and cameras. So for example, if I'm standing in front of the vehicle here, of course the car is not gonna hit me. I'm standing here, and the car legit stopped right on a dime. You can also back the car up as well. So really good party trick if you guys wanna show your family and friends the vehicle, and it will back right up. You just gotta hold the button down for the vehicle to do it. The vehicle can, move back and forth, and it will stop once I get it at a certain angle. Once it does that, walking up to the EV6 here and resting your hand there on the actual door handle, the door handle will pop out. Yes, you guys can see here, my model does have this bright yellow exterior color with this black interior. I wish Kia would offer just a different color combination, but getting inside the EV6 here, you guys can see everything is already on. Reach over here to shut the door, Yes, and like I mentioned, as you guys can see here, it does have the perimeter scan and whatnot, and the vehicle is basically ready to drive once you put your foot on the brake. Let's talk about the materials here. Really nice material with this aluminum painted door handle here. And I have music playing. Let me not get a copy right here. But looking here, like I mentioned, a nice aluminum accented door handle. There's 2-person memory seats. Over here is your dimmer switches. You can also open up that rear door so you can charge the vehicle. There's electronic parking brake, stability control, trunk release. You can power fold the mirrors in via this button right here next to the window controls. It is auto up and down, only for the driver and passenger. Let me turn down the fan speed here. Sounds like a jet in here probably. And my model also has this very bright heads-up display. Nice thick steering wheel here. This is for your regenerative braking. You can do the iPedal drive. Once you have the vehicle ready and set up, there is 86% of charge left. And there's your region down here. And I have it on this level 3 setting. There's the all-wheel drive system here. I have 198 miles until the battery is just straight up dead. There's your drive mode selector here, which shows you sport, normal, and eco. If I have it in normal mode, it's 198 miles of all electric range. I put in sport, is 193, and that's also 204 miles of all electric range if you put into its eco mode. Nice thick leather wrap steering wheel here. This also has ambient lighting here, unlike the last EV6 that I showed you guys. This also has the Meridian sound system. It sounds pretty good. There's your hood latch there, so you can access the frunk and whatnot. This is a manual tilt and telescoping wheel. It does offer a good amount of range and adjustability. These are two 12.3-inch displays. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but unfortunately, very frustratingly, it's still wired. So Kia, if you're listening to this video or watching this video, can you guys please offer wireless Apple CarPlay? I know you guys are working to do that. I've seen other reviews, but as you guys can see, I like the nice graphics here for their infotainment system. This is the Kia Connect. There's no more Kia Uvo. They dropped that name, and now they just offer the Kia Connect. This is your EV page here to show you how many miles of all electric range that you have. With the climate control on, it has 204 miles. If I turn it off, you're gonna have 232 miles, but I'm not gonna do that because, as you guys can see, it's very dark outside. It's gonna rain really soon. There's these touch sensitive LED lights here with this moonroof. It does let light into the cabin. These seats are very futuristic. I like the nice high quality leather that they use here. You can also access the camera via this button here. It does show you a top-down 360 view. There's trajectory with distance markers. There's an auto hold, parking sensors. Putting the vehicle into reverse to switch over to the left, gently to go into neutral. To go into drive, you switch it again. But as you guys can see, look at this technology here that you get for a really good price from Kia. Just like a Porsche, just super impressive. And you press P to go into park. There's a power button here. 3-level heated and cooled seats. The passenger also gets the same features as well. There's also a heated steering wheel function. And to access the infotainment system here, just press this button here at the top, or you can press it to go to the actual climate control. You can go to the embedded navigation, which is just super impressive. As you guys can see here, it's very snappy, very responsive. Going into the climate control. This does have dual climate control, of course, more of that beautiful ambient lighting. Let me customize the ambient lighting for you guys here if I remember how to do it. I don't want to take up you guys' time here trying to find this ambient lighting here, but unfortunately I cannot find it for some reason. I'm not sure why, but this one does have the ambient lighting because you guys can see it in the actual in the vents. You also see it in the actual cup holder wheel at the lower part of the door panel. But overall, this interior is just super upscale. Like I mentioned, Kia is showing out here in the electric segment, but let's hop into the back seat. Getting into the back seat here of the Kia EV6, as you guys can see here, the door opens at a really good angle so you can access this back seat, especially trying to put your children back here. But getting back here, keep in mind, guys, I'm only 5'8". I do have a good amount of headroom here, even with this moonroof cutout. There's some bright LED lights back here. But shutting the door here, the material is going to be a nice leather material. I like the nice aluminum painted door handle here. There's a vent here on the pillar. There's also these 2 mount pockets back here for storage. You also get these chargers here on the back seat, which is super impressive. That's a Kia thing. The floor back here is completely flat, so you can fit 3 people across in comfort. And as you guys can see, I do have the seat at its recline function, which is just super impressive. Pulling this armrest down here, it does reveal 2 cup holders and a little bit of storage. And Kia says this has 39 inches of legroom back here, so you can fit your family back here and be very comfortable. Let's talk about the specs here for the Kia EV6. Open up the hood here, As you guys can see really quickly, this one does have a frunk, but it's just very small. Just for reference, I can literally put my phone in here, but there's a little bit more space. It's not like the Ford Mustang Mach-E or a Tesla Model Y, which has a deeper frunk compared to this. So I think Kia kind of dropped the ball when it came to offering a bigger frunk, but you guys can still see some components here for the vehicle. But shedding the frunk back here, let's talk about some specs here. This uses a 77.4 kilowatt hour battery pack. This makes 320 horsepower and 446 pound-feet of torque. As the EV6 first edition sits here, it weighs around 4,500 pounds because my model is equipped with their dual all-wheel drive. And Kia says on a full charge, this can get up to 274 miles of all-electric range. So starting off in the 2022 Kia EV6, this is an all-electric vehicle from Kia. This uses a 77.4 kilowatt hour battery pack here. I have the vehicle in its eco mode, so right now it says we have 202 miles of all-electric range, which is pretty decent. Some other gas-powered vehicles do get over 200 miles on a full tank of gas. Keep in mind, this does use their 800 volt architecture, so it does have the capability of the DC fast charging, but in eco mode, it's kind of limiting the power here. It's kind of like it stops you using full power in its EV mode, but it does have a sport mode. We'll use that a little bit down the actual road here. Let's talk about the specs here. Like I mentioned, it uses a 77.4 kilowatt hour battery pack, which makes 320 horsepower and 446 pound-feet of torque. If I floor it here, it's pretty good. And I do like the sounds that this vehicle offers. You can change the sounds through the infotainment system here. But this vehicle just drives so smooth on these 255/45 Continental tires, which are wrapped in this 20-inch rim design. But let's put the vehicle into a sport mode here. In normal, the range does drop down to 196 miles of range, and this also uses in their all-wheel drive system. But let's come to a stop here. Let's turn the traction control off. I'm just gonna floor it. You guys can hear that the sound sounds so good in this vehicle. There's also these paddles here right now having its iPedal mode, so it will come to a stop here. My foot is not on the brake, and it does come to a complete stop. Floor it again. I think 0 to 60 maybe 4 seconds or so. Kia is going to offer a GT model, which I think has over 500 horsepower, which is going to be super impressive. But there is some electric vehicles when you're, driving right now. I'm doing 40 miles an hour. If I floor it, you still have the power to keep moving this vehicle. Some vehicles, it does feel a little lethargic when you put your foot to the floor. Now, when you're trying to move the vehicle when it already has speed, visibility out of the EV6 here is great. Just out of the back is not the best. It's really restrained in the back. But this vehicle just drives so well. It's very smooth, even with these 20-inch rims here. The tires are pretty good. They're a Continental tire. But let's do another launch control here and see what happens. This time I'm gonna brake boost it and see what it does. Foot on the brake and accelerator. It's a little slow at first, but once you get it up to speed, it is pretty damn quick. Like I mentioned, I think 0 to 60 maybe in the 4 or 5 second range. I know the GT model will be way faster than this, probably by a good second or so. So you should expect that vehicle in the low 3s or high 4s or so. But this vehicle just drives so well. I do like the nice urban yellow exterior color, which is a really nice color. And the cabin is really quiet. I mean, you can kind of hear a little bit of the guy blowing the leaves and whatnot. But when I was driving this vehicle earlier on the road, on public roads, the cabin was super quiet. But just right now, since you're using this leaf blower here, you can legit hear it. But the cabin does have a good way of isolating outside noise. This also has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It doesn't come wireless. You have to use a wired connection in order to connect your phone. Kia is rumored to be working on the wireless capability. But let's go here and see if we can change the actual drive mode sound. I haven't had enough time with this vehicle. So if I don't, get it right, just wait till another review comes out or so. Let's put my hazards on so nobody won't come behind me. But I know you can change it. I've seen people do it a lot in other reviews, but if I can't find it, then that's fine, I guess. There's a quiet mode, there's a valet mode and whatnot, but unfortunately, guys, I can't find it. So gonna just leave it alone, but let's let this car pass. Like I mentioned, it does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This is what the vehicle, I'm gonna just change the drive modes here. This is what the vehicle in Eco, let's see what it does. It's very smooth and very slow off the line. But let's see what normal does here. Let's come to a stop. This is with the traction control still off. It feels so much better than it was in Eco. But let's do Sport, which we already did already. But let's just do it again. Shit. Oh God. But the vehicle in the Sport mode, it's just so much more power that you get instead of it being in Eco or normal. But if you guys are looking for the ultimate, in a sense, cool looking electric vehicle, but to me, I think the exterior styling is not the best. But if you guys don't mind the looks, because keep in mind, looks can be subjective. If you guys want that Kia logo in your driveway and also the Kia tech, I think the EV6 is a good look. So after spending time with the 2022 Kia EV6 First Edition with all-wheel drive, hope you guys have enjoyed this review here. Be sure to follow me on Instagram @DriveOnReviews and hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you all in the next video.